My name's Duncan Newman and I'm an Economic Development Manager for Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole. I'm also Chair of the Dorset Engineering and Manufacturing Cluster. So, you think you might know what an engineer is? Well, come with me and we'll meet some real live engineers and you can find out just how rewarding a career in engineering can be and how someone just like you can influence the world.
We are Gamma Aviation. As a company, we maintain and facilitate air ambulances in Scotland and Wales, corporate flights out from our Farnborough base, and then we also have maintenance engineering here in Bournemouth.
My name is Amanda. I'm a licensed engineer, which means that I can fix aircraft and then sign them off to fly at the end of that process. I like to be able to see how things connect mechanically. And if something's not working, I like to figure out how. I like to be able to fix that. It's really satisfying, the end result, when you actually fix something. It's challenging, and that's what I love about it. It's a lot easier, I think, if you can come in through an apprenticeship and have a bit of help and guidance with that learning, especially with a job like this, which is so hand skills driven.
I'm Andy, I'm 23.
Hi, I'm Brandon, I'm 21.
Here at Gamma, we fix and maintain corporate jets as well as air ambulances that deal with our customers and patients all across the south coast.
I think a lot of people think that aviation is just private jets or airlines, but it's so much more than that. There's so much more that you can do. So this one behind me, this is an air ambulance. They can fit incubators to transport tiny babies who need to be transported to hospital. You see the people, the nurses and the doctors and the paramedics doing their job on these, and it just gives you that feeling of you're doing something that really matters.
We basically take and maintain their aircraft, which they then send to Jersey and Guernsey to pick up very sick people, knowing that they have an aircraft that's safe to fly back and forth. It feels good to help people out.
So, hi guys, we're here at Circular 11 on their beautifully repurposed furniture. Let me quickly introduce you to Connor.
Hi Duncan.
Connor's the owner and one of the founders of Circular 11. So, as a start-up business, tell me a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, well, we started 5 years ago now, not in this particular workshop, but we actually started in the back of an old Arctic lorry.
Wow.
We had very little money, and we just had an idea. And we never really thought it would become what it has become today, but through lots of trial and error and lots of hard work, this is sort of where we are today, producing at some larger volumes. We really wanted to build a company that is impact first and that creates a difference. Now the major problem with plastic is, of course, that a large volume of it isn't recycled. And so over the last 4 years, we've created technology that allows us to do just that and take all of the waste streams that are going to incineration or landfill and create them into new products that are sort of designed to last a lifetime. Milk bottles, plant pots, tubs, trays, buckets, crisp packets, coffee pouches, all sorts of things. So we're able to recycle not only rigid plastics, but flexibles, even things like this behind you, the pallet wraps. We can recycle all of that, blend it all together and create our plastic lumber. So I think that apprenticeships are really important and such a great way to start your career and pick up new skills. I myself started my journey through an apprenticeship in carpentry and joinery. I went up through the ranks over the years, tried different things. It was truly a unique opportunity to get my hands dirty. I was earning whilst I was learning, which was really important for me too. I was learning so much more than I could in the classroom because it's real world experience and it takes you out the boundaries of a textbook. And so this is something we offer even here at Circular 11. Skills can be learnt, but having your head in the right place and turning up to work with the right attitude is more important than anything else.
My name's Daniela and I'm the sales engineer at Motion Control Products. Motion Control Products is a company that specialises in motors, actuators, drives and electrical components. We supply a range of different OEMs. We're in various different industries like automotive, medical, industrial, warehouse automation. So basically anything that moves, we specialise in supplying the components for it.
my name's Kitty Clarkson and I'm a mechatronics engineer here at Motion Control Products. We provide a lot of technical support to our customers. Obviously we sell a large variety of products, so we like to help our customers create full system solutions. I started as actually an apprentice at a different company and then I moved here to Motion Control Products. I wanted to sort of broaden my horizons, and I like the fact that Motion Control Products sold such a wide variety of components and parts. We've made CNC machines that we actually use in our workshop, cutting machines like this one, painting machines, pump test rigs, actuators, anything that moves and is electrical, we've likely worked on it. One of the projects I worked on was a pump project, and this pump could be used in shower systems. So we wanted to create a really compact pump that could do both hot and cold water in the same system and output it so you get a really nice high pressure shower. We developed the control system for it, the power boards, we designed circuit boards, as well as doing the actual manual testing of the pump itself here in-house. Everything is engineered. Take a recycling bin, for example. There's been engineering going into that, to how it's been designed, why they want a flip-top lid or a foot pedal. It's all been engineered to work for the customer, but also to make it more efficient to be produced. When I was younger, I used to think engineering was just about using tools, fixing cars, boats, transport, getting dirty, getting mucky, getting greasy. And yes, whilst that's still a part of engineering, there's so many other engineering options out there. You know, you go down the programming side, you know, software engineering, electrical engineering, and I think there's something to suit everyone.
Hello, this is Dan from Field International, the Managing Director.
Here at Field, we are a global manufacturer of tooling and ground support equipment for the aircraft industry and provide into the defence sector mainly a range of machined and kitted componentry. There are 3 types of apprenticeship we offer: a welder fabricator pathway, a CNC machinist pathway, or an assembly fitter pathway.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
Hi, I'm Ollie.
We work for Field International. We are the first apprentices in 4 years.
I'm a newer apprentice. I've been here for only 3 months now. I'm still in inspection, but I'm heading into assembly soon.
Advice I always give apprentices is when you start with a company, what employers are really looking for is attitude and aptitude. If you start with a company on one pathway, but actually you decide that's not for you and there's another one you would like to take, if you're the right candidate and you're working well and you're showing that you can provide a future and a route for the business as well as for yourself, any employer, in my opinion, is going to give you that opportunity and is going to allow you to change. So don't let the selection of a pathway be a decision maker at that point.
It's mainly problem solving. Every day there is a new problem.
We create parts, we survey, fix, repair, a lot of things that I never would even thought.
Working in the aerospace sector is exciting. You get to see aeroplanes, you get to see how they work. Some of our own IP is actually the extraction tool for the A380 undercarriage. So the largest aircraft ever built, we designed and manufactured the original and now the upgraded version of the undercarriage extraction tool. The reality is that anything that we see, do, feel, touch in life is affected by engineering. Engineering has an input to pretty much everything, and I think that's something people don't realise and don't understand.
My name's Donna Campo. I'm Operations Director at Reed Steel. We design, manufacture and construct a wide range of large aircraft hangars, bridges, football stadiums and all manner of structures. And we've exported to over 140 countries around the world.
My name's Izzy and I'm a glazing draftsman at Reed Steel. I personally love going into detail and understanding how things work. There was a project that I worked on which was a hospital, which was really exciting. You see buildings all the time, but you have no idea what goes into creating them and designing them. So I just had no concept of any of that process. It's interesting at the moment to focus on one small part of that and realise how much detail there is in each little aspect of a project.
It's quite exciting to think about all of the roles that have been a part of that. Designers who have done the concept and they've done all the detailed calculations, thinking about where in the world the structure's going to be and whether there are any environmental matters to take into consideration. All the detailed mathematical calculations for the worlds and the connections. Detailers who do the more detailed designs, all of the support functions, our project managers and our estimators, and then our fabricator welders in the factory who are cutting and drilling and welding these items together. So there's a good opportunity to come in and learn the steel detailing, cladding detailing and how it all fits together.
So now we've met some real-life Dorset engineers, come with me and meet some more, and you can find out how rewarding engineering can be.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm a production engineer here at Parvalux.
Hi, I'm Harry. I'm a digital marketing apprentice at Parvalux. We design, engineer and manufacture electromotors for all kinds of applications like stair lifts, powered wheelchairs and automatic doors.
I myself started as a design engineer. That's what I qualified in. I found it really rewarding, but I wanted to get out there and get a bit more hands-on. So as a production engineer, I'd say I'm quite varied at what I do. It's split quite 50-50 between the design of lines, design of jigs and fixtures to help build the product, but then also out there giving active training, producing documents, photographing. We've got quality engineers, which are making sure the product is always tip-top, going through certain checks to make sure that it complies with what the customer's after, and we're happy to send that out the door. We also have applications engineers, so how is the product actually going to be used in application? So for instance, if that's a caravan mover, what are the weights involved? What are the speeds? Can we actually produce that with what we've got in-house, or do we need to design something new? So there's lots of different avenues of engineering that come together to form the product.
The apprenticeship helps to build your own skills and knowledge about different areas and just learning things that otherwise you might not normally learn.
You talk about technical things and they're picking it up immediately, or they've seen it in their experience because they've already done a few years of it. It's brilliant because it then saves you time. You can get into things more and it's advantageous for all. The biggest step is that first one you take. If you can get there, get your foot in the door, introduce yourselves, you stand out from the crowd, you'll be remembered and you're more likely to get that bit of work experience that you're looking for.
Make yourself known, make your skills known and what you want to do. Willingness to learn, willingness to bounce back from failures or setbacks is a really big characteristic that Parvalux looks for. Not every day is easy, but as a team we can get through a lot of problems, a lot of challenges together.
I'm Lee. I work for Ishida Europe. I've been here for 18 and a half years now. I've finished my apprenticeship here, gone through the training for various products that we do at the company. I learnt about all the food packing industry, working with all the different materials from tube work, box section, sheet metal. I've been involved with designing, helping make the products cheaper, more robust, simpler to make. And then a few years ago, I became the team leader in fabrication. If you go into any sort of supermarket, you can see products that we've helped package throughout the world, from chicken at Tesco to Walker's crisps. You could have a whole table filled with products that everyone uses in day-to-day life. Engineering has been a blessing to me because I got to the end of school and really didn't enjoy it. I always liked using my hands, and engineering is all about that. It's about learning hand skills, using your brain, and I think that really helped me transfer from school life to work life. With the apprenticeships we do here, we're not just stuck in one section, because when you come into engineering, you learn a lot of what you need. Having basic maths, it does help because you're using a lot of your brain to work out dimensions, equations, but none of it's really needed, especially with an apprenticeship. You can get that help you need, all the training you need, which helps you throughout life as well.
I'm here with Darren from KDC.
Hi Duncan, we're KDC Projects. We've got 4 different companies, so KDC Projects, who I'm the operations director for. We've also got KDC Resource, ATL Europe, and then First Shell. Traditionally, we do engineering outsourced to all our companies, and we've got around 150 engineers supporting us across the board.
Hi, I'm Caspar.
And I'm Ben.
We're here on our break right now, having a little game of pool, and we thought we'd talk about our experiences at KDC and how we got started. I've always been interested in design and I guess machinery. I like cars, I like bikes.
Yeah, I kind of fell into it myself. Always liked the creative side of it, coming up with different ideas, and problem solving always kind of excited me in a way.
Using CAD has been, well, the biggest thing here really, isn't it?
Yeah. CAD being computer-aided design.
Yeah, so it's a software that we use day to day really. It's where we digitize designs and come up with models so that we can analyze them.
For example, like someone's had to make this pool table, right?
Yeah.
And they would have maybe designed it on the computer so that you can have a 3D model and you can spin it around, you can see how it pieces together, they can see how they're going to manufacture and fix things in place. It just makes it easier.
It helps with conceptual designs as well, rather than actually manufacturing real life stuff without knowing it's actually going to work. Engineering is an always ever-evolving thing.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. It's always moving.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes. You never know what's going to happen next.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm an apprentice engineer at Curtiss-Wright.
I work on all types of different products for aircraft, helicopters, planes, military. I'm working on currently cutting edge electronic products that are going at high RPM speeds. What we need to do is ensure that we meet the criteria of accuracy and make sure that we can deliver our products for the customers to the highest standards possible.
I'm Toby, and I'm a second-year industrial engineering apprentice. We design complex power chair systems involving actuator movement. It's a nice thing to work on because it's a rehab application chair, so it's going to be helping people who can't otherwise do things without that. The business unit also works on JCB and John Deere joysticks and stuff like that. I always wanted to be an engineer. When I was younger, it was all about designing stuff to go into space, not really thinking about the actual engineering aspects of it, just it would be cool to make things. I'd never thought I was smart enough, but I think anyone can do it, which has surprised me, because like I say, when I was a kid, I thought you had to be a genius. It's just about having the dedication to go and do something.
My name's Wesley Hamer. I'm one of the directors at WRES Limited. We're a welding fabrication company that work in various fields. So we make anything from radar masts, fuel tanks to go in the marine industry, various items from control units to storage units for the defence sector.
Yeah, so as an apprentice, obviously you're going to start relatively at the bottom, but as time goes on, your skills will develop. And now I feel like my bosses can ask me to do various jobs, and I can crack on and do most of them now.
Regarding apprenticeships, they're really key for businesses to grow. You tend to find, particularly with us, we're quite a small team of parts. You can be quite hands-on and deal with different areas of the business. One day you could be folding parts, laser cutting to welding. Every day is different. Some people are not very academic, but when they come to a workplace, they thrive because they can be more hands-on. They're in an environment that they like, working with their peers that support them. Some advice I would give anyone looking to take an active role in this sort of environment: find something you enjoy. If you think, I want to give that a go, don't be frightened, give it a go.
My name's Harry Dodge. I'm the Business Development Manager at Norco Composites. Norco Composites are a manufacturer of large, complex composite structures, everything from F1 vehicles all the way to periscopes for submarines. Composites are quite exciting because they're usually much lighter weight than metallic materials, and it improves the amount of opportunities that sort of futuristic ideas can actually become more realistic, either more cost-effective or more innovative. We work with things like carbon fibre, glass fibres, even Kevlar. We do quite a variety of components for lots of different industries. One of the programs that we're working on at the moment is with a company called Vertical Aerospace. They're making electric vertical takeoff and landing flying taxis. We're helping with the prototype program there, and it's a really exciting program looking at making urban travel a lot more accessible. We are currently making F1 simulators, so really high-end performance simulators that are making the F1 industry quite excited. We work in quite a niche area of engineering, but it's growing rapidly. And what we've recognised is that we have a lot of experience within the team that's able to educate someone as they're coming through. So from the entry level to college-age students, we have a training program that works specifically to give young people practical skills and actually learn how to do the production on the shop floor. From that, they're able to go from wet laminating on traditional leisure marines like super yacht components all the way up to the pre-preg components that we do, which work on things like that flying taxi that I mentioned earlier. We have had members of the team who have gone from those sorts of programs up into the manufacturing engineering side of the business. So they've transitioned into an engineering role from experience on the shop floor. So it's not necessary to have a degree, but having practical experience is really valuable to us. More and more nowadays, employers are looking at what are your interests and how do you apply yourselves to those. Having something practical and physical that you're working towards is interesting because it shows you can work with your hands and you're practical and you've got that mindset. In engineering, that's really valuable.
My name's Chris Baggs. I'm the Technical Director for Lickpair Engineering. I've been with the company for 13 years now, and I'm responsible for the offline programming, sales and the facilities of the company.
So I joined Lipco this time last year. Sort of in that time I was given some training sheets to work through. They all start at a level 0, which is basically knowing nothing. and then slowly as you progress through the sheets you start to level up, so you go from level 0 to level 4. You've got Bournemouth Airport so close, and there's also other aerospace companies sort of in Yeovil. There are quite a lot of opportunities locally to do a lot for the aerospace sector as well. Yeah, it's quite rich in opportunity, I think.
If you enjoy doing things with your hands and looking at sort of a Formula One car and watching it on the TV, creating something that goes on that car is very, very rewarding, very satisfying. To watch that car go around and saying, you know, I had something to do with that. That win is on me.
I suppose it does sort of give you a pride because you're helping not just yourself, but you're also making the bits to help other people as well, which I suppose in the big overview of engineering, being a part of that to keep advancing medical sectors and all of that and just making it grow and make you feel proud about what you do.
Hi there, my name's James Hills and I'm a Director of Learning at Bournemouth and Poole College, and I cover the engineering sectors. I'm here to tell you about how you can get into some of these amazing industries you've seen throughout this video. Here at the college we work with over 150 employers every year, all the way from apprenticeships through to degree level programmes. We have courses that do run from level 1 for those people that are trying to get into the industry and maybe need a little bit more support, all the way through to degree level with Bournemouth University at the heart of our courses. If you want to be in engineering, we can help you no matter your starting point, no matter your age, no matter what you currently do. Attached to this video will be a QR code or a link below the video of how to get in touch with the college. Just get in touch with us and we can offer you the careers advice and guidance for how to get to the industry that you would like to get to, but also what the industry has to offer. You don't have to come to the college knowing exactly where you want to go in engineering, but if engineering has that little spark of interest for you, come to the college and we can make it happen.